It's November 4th, 2023. It's been a while since my last video. And in my last video, if you haven't seen it, it's about like attracting a secure attachment type of man, which, yeah, we're still talking. And I even booked a flight to go see him in Italy. So this is new. And you know what? I've never done anything like that. And the old me would probably say, what the hell are you doing and thinking? And this is insane. And honestly, when I did book the ticket, 10% of me felt insane. And yesterday, I definitely felt more insane. So that 10% went up to like 30-40%. But yesterday was also the first day of my menstruation, so I was just feeling many terrible things all at once because that's what happens. And then today I woke up and I feel totally okay. I don't know. It's just something that occurs every month. I just feel like the world is ending. Oh my God, crying for like all sorts of reasons. And then like day 2 of my period, I'm totally okay and normal. So yeah, that's being a woman sometimes. So yesterday I was kind of like in this weird mindset where nothing was really going on, but I think because my hormones were crazy, I just was like dissecting every text, I guess, with this guy, and he really didn't give me reason to start like dissecting texts, but you know, that's the old me that was starting to kind of creep up. And the old me would be like, you know, he didn't answer one question I asked, which is like totally fine. It wasn't like some important question, and he probably just was busy with other things because I know he's like studying. But of course, yesterday when I was like in my moody moods, I was just like, well, he didn't answer this. It must mean that he doesn't care about me and like he hates me or something, like just extreme thinking. So yeah, that's definitely the old version of me. And now, after a while, and just me being upset about everything that day, like when I like lay down to go to sleep, I pulled out my laptop and started writing like what's actually bothering me. And you know, I start the writing with, it's a bit scary putting yourself out there. And this guy, his name is Matteo, so I wrote like, I like Matteo, obviously, a lot. Like, I booked a flight back to Rome. I've never done anything like this before. And then I mentioned that I was like, I felt 10% crazy for doing such a thing. And I'm at 30% and I'm feeling kind of nervous. Like, part of me is like, I don't know. I don't really know him. And my flight is 10 days because I figured like if I'm going back to Rome, I might as well see like other cities nearby. So it's 10 days, and you know, I don't think we'll be next to each other for 10 days straight, but who knows? So I wrote like 10 days is a lot, but like 10 days at the same time, you can really know someone if you're with them 24/7. But I wrote that like I told him that this year I've made a lot of like questionable, sometimes big decisions in 2023, and so far with those crazy decisions, things have worked out. And I guess that's what life is all about, you know? And it's fine. But okay, now he's messaging me. How cute. Okay, sorry. All right. I'm not distracted. I'm slightly distracted. But yeah, I'm just surprised that, like, I don't know. I don't think like me going on this trip will be a mistake. He's been pretty consistent. His words and action align. Something I haven't experienced in a long time, if ever. And my nervous system is very calm around him, which is like super surprising to me. And it hasn't been like that with the guy in a long time either. So I wrote that, like, I'm shocked that my strict ideas about dating and what I would do and not do are kind of tossed out the window. But I'm also trying not to like think that this trip has to mean something, as if like, I think the old me would have been like, the reason I'm going on this trip because I need to know or sense that like we're in some kind of long committed relationship. And when I really thought about it, I was like, not really. We share a same birthday. Our birthdays are 4 days apart, and I have time off. I like him. I found a cheap ticket, and I'm going. So really, I'm just going for fun. Like, I don't have to like put pressure for it to like mean something or be something. And I used to believe in like everything is a sign, and like I do still think that way, but that also, when I used to think that everything's a sign or a symbol and it means something, that also put things on a pedestal, and I really don't want to do that anymore, because I feel like when I would do that, it would just crumble in my face. And not even talking about relationships, but like job interviews or like friendships or certain other things. So yeah, it's tough, it's scary. I'm sensitive, but if I want something, I go for it 100%, and I don't give up easily. I feel like it's a curse and a blessing sometimes. And like, who knows? Does he feel the same way? I'm not sure, and it's too early to tell, and it's fine. It's very early. But at the same time, I want to be optimistic, and I am for the most part. But that past trauma and past experiences with exes pops up in my head despite like the many years of healing and inner work. And sometimes I find myself overthinking. And so I have to like tell my mind to calm down and relax, and that it's okay and it's safe now. That's something I've been like working on pretty solid for the past 2 years, to like give my sense of like safety, that like you can just walk away from anything. You don't have to be tied to anything. Like, you're good with or without him. You're good with or without a job. You're good with or without, I don't know, anything. So this is all to say that like I need to remember sometimes that I'm okay and I'm safe on my own, and it's okay to just have fun. Nothing has to like turn into something like, and I don't want to put pressure to or force it to turn into something. I'm just trying to enjoy my time, which is all about like 2023 this year. That's the theme of my life, especially like the past few months, over 6 months now. And I think it's really changed a lot of things in my head, and I'm really happy for that. So yeah, I was writing, I was like, I simply want to have fun and enjoy spending time with him. I don't want to jump back into the mindset that it has to work out, is destined to work out, pressure, pressure, pressure. And I feel like this is kind of a test for me, because like, I met a wonderful guy, I healed, he seems healed, and I just sit back and I trust. And I'm open and I'm vulnerable, but I'm also sticking with my boundaries. But yeah, I did realize that like anything having to do with love or relationships or even dating, there's like this kind of fear kind of lingering in the background. And there's this fear of getting hurt. There's a fear of not being accepted for who I am or how I am as a person. There's a fear of someone dimming my light. There's a fear of letting go of my independence or like my character. And there's just like this fear of letting love in. And it's pretty funny that a few months ago, my friend was in town and another friend came over and they kind of spotted that right away with me. They're like, you're saying that you want something, but your actions say something else. So like, what's going on here? But like in a loving, nurturing way, like, let's get to the root of this, like what's going on and like, you know, what's behind all this. So I think once I like chatted with them and I kind of realized, and I told this to them too, once I kind of realized like, oh, like my mind and my heart are like not saying the same thing. So once I kind of like thought about it and realized that like, hey, I'm getting in my own way, I kind of, you know, got rid of all these like weird rules and restrictions that I put in my head. That like a date has to look like this or a guy should act like this and it has to go in this order. I like got rid of all that, all this like old stuff that was ingrained in me. And I was just like, you know what? Bottom line is like, I think I really just want to have fun. Like, I don't really need another relationship. I don't want to put pressure on a guy to have a relationship. I just want to like enjoy my time. And if it happens to turn into one, that's great. And if it doesn't, that's fine. So yeah, I think after that chat with them, which was in August, let's see, it's on November now, it totally like kind of transformed a lot of things. I met with a lot more people. I was more open to meeting with them. I set boundaries and it's worked, and it's been like a pretty great like learning experience so far. But yeah, I'm no longer trying to think that love is pain. I'm just, you know, and like hiding away from it and like kind of in that like, I don't know, mindset of I could get hurt and danger and like run. I'm more like, you're safe, you got this, you're a catch. The right one is out there. Even if it's not the right one, there's plenty of good qualities about people that you meet, and just focus on yourself. What else have I told myself? Focus on myself and, you know, have a smile and live your life, and, you know, good things will attract to you. And so far they have, knock on wood. So I just wanted to share a little bit about what's going on. You know, sometimes like my mind will try to like nudge me into old thinking and old habits that I used to do. And then I realize that I'm doing that. So now I feel like more confident, like flipping that and being like, that's the old me. The new me likes to be vulnerable or likes to have fun and doesn't care about rules and is just living life. So I think that's worked out pretty well. But hope you're having a great Saturday. Chat soon.